Man, my whole experience with reserving and getting my hands on this Switch 2 via GameStop has not been the greatest experience. So I went to the April 24th midnight event where you go and you reserve your not PlayStation, your Nintendo Switch. I got there, there's 2 or 3 people in line, a couple people waiting in the car. We all sat and talked outside. It was all super chill. I don't have any footage of that. This is gonna be just me talking about it. When it came time to be let inside, it was 2 people there, open right at midnight to let us go ahead and do our reserves, and they immediately just started like pushing pretty hard to sell stuff. Now I get it, trying to get more games, more accessories, warranties, all kinds of stuff, right? But I was like, nah, man, I want just a game. Oh, also, let's not forget, they also would not allow anyone to do any trade-ins at the time. If you had any trade-ins, you needed to either come in earlier in the day to trade and get your credit, or come back later. So pay your like the $50 deposit or whatever at the time, and come back later with any trade-ins. So they wanted the line to go quicker, which I suppose I can understand. It wasn't at midnight when they did this. This was at noon when the store opened. So it wasn't like, it was the middle of the night or anything like that. So I guess I would get it if it really was midnight. I said it was midnight, didn't I? Well, it wasn't midnight, my bad. It was 12, but it was noon in the middle of the day. So the midnight thing was when I actually went to pick it up. But coming during the day, I didn't really like the way they handled everything. But the thing that really pissed me off, and the thing that I didn't like, was when it was all said and done, the lady that I did my reserves with, she messed up my reserve. She reserved just the console and not the bundle with the game, because I kept saying I just wanted the console, give me the bundle, I don't want all this extra stuff. She heard just give me the console and gave me just the console. Once I realized it happened, I looked at the receipt. By the time that happened, all the console ones had been gone. So I didn't notice that until later. So I came back a couple hours later to trade in my Xbox Series X. I have a Series X I never played. I don't even think I turned the thing on before this for months and months and months. So I went ahead and traded in because they had a great trade-in offer. I think I got like $450 for it. So I came back to trade it in, but I noticed when I looked at the receipt that it only said the Nintendo Switch 2 console, and it wasn't the bundle. So of course, by that time, they were out of the bundles for reserve, so I just had to deal with the console. So essentially, because I'm gonna buy Mario Kart 2, she basically cost me $30. But I was like, all right, people make mistakes. I'm not gonna make a big deal about this, whatever. So fast forward to the release, which was midnight last night today, and I, due to my work being as much of a pain as it possibly could be at the last second, was not able to leave a little earlier than midnight, which is what I originally planned. So I get off at midnight. So I left work at midnight, pulled up to the store at about 12:30, 12:35. I saw the lights and stuff were on, but the gate was down. So I was like, uh-oh. But I still went up to the door, knocked on the door, because I saw there were still people inside. It's 2 people behind the register and 2, maybe 3 people, standing around talking, whatever. Knocked on the door. The guy came over to me. I was like, what's up? What can I help you with? Like, what the hell else would I be here for? At the midnight release, what do you mean, what can I help you with? But whatever. I tell the guy, hey man, I have a reserve. It's fully paid for. I just need to pick it up. I thought you guys were doing a midnight event. It's 12:30. Like, what's up? He's like, oh, it was a rolling midnight. We actually started selling stuff at 11, and everything, people came, so we already closed. I was like, okay, cool, but since I already paid for it, can you just give me my console? He's like, nah, man, I already shut down the POS. So I'm like, oh, I'm so pissed, because now I can't get my console. I have to wait till the next day. And he's got people inside, which I'm guessing is just his friends or whatever. But if you got friends and people on the inside, why are you shutting down the cash registers and cash out, all that kind of stuff? Probably you don't want to do that with people around. I'm sure your corporate office probably wouldn't like that. But basically, I had to come back the next day. So this is the next day recording. I'm finna go get this thing now. But I try to be understanding, because I actually used to work at GameStop before, 20 years ago. And I've been a retail employee. So I get it, man. And I know it's all annoying for me, and not the way that I wanted it to be, but also from their perspective, they're employees, and I'm sure they think just like I think. Hey man, I know all this sucks, but I mean, you're not gonna die, bro. You're gonna be okay without this Switch 2. and I'm not finna go through all this extra work. I'm sure that dude probably had been working 12 hours all day that day, because I think I found out later that the store had like a 3 o'clock a pre-sale event or something, and they were there till like 11. And so when I ran into him, even though it's 12 something, it's like the end of a long day. I came from work too. I can't imagine somebody coming up there saying, hey, now do this extra work, because whatever my personal circumstances were made it so I had to come later than normal. So I get it. But all this is just a little update to kind of let you know where I'm at. So right now I'm about to actually get up and get dressed, because I mean, you may say get dressed, but I'm on camera. I only got clothes on from my head down to my shirt. But anyway, I'm gonna go pick up this Switch 2 now, because they opened at noon, and we're right pretty close to noon at the time of this recording. So I'm gonna come back and let you know how that went. All right. Yeah, all right. Old man sit down noise is coming in. So I made it. I was able to pick it up. So we got Switch 2 and picking up things off the floor here. Mario Kart World. Now I wanted to get the bundle, like I said, but I was unable to get it due to a clerical error. Let's just call it that. So I go up there at noon to pick up my Switch 2, and man, to my surprise, the same guy that was there last night at like 12:30 was there. So shout out to him, man. He looked dead tired, but he was there showing up to work to make sure people got their stuff or whatever. And he was very apologetic. He was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I know that sucked. And I was like, no worries, bro. Like I said at the end of the last part, I kind of understand from a retail worker's point of view. And even if, I didn't get a Switch 2 at midnight, it wasn't going to kill me. I was going to die and be all right. You know what I'm saying? So guy offered me a Red Bull, because they had a bunch of extra Red Bulls from the night before, I guess, keep people going. He even said that all the extra Red Bulls is the only thing that was even keeping him awake. They actually had like a free coupon if you were reserving one or whatever, or buying one. A Switch 2, you get a free Red Bull. So yeah, overall, so I let him know what happened about me not being able to get the bundle, and that actually was going to cost me an extra $30 now because of that mistake. And man, he hooked it up. Like, I had some extra trading credit he was able to just, I don't know, magic up and give me out of nowhere a $5 or $10 coupon from my pro membership. And then I guess because I had points and stuff, he applied all that stuff, like digging through all that. So that basically negated the $30 plus some. So I was basically able to get it for the same price without actually paying. Now, you could make the argument that I could have got all those discounts and just saved money, period, but I'm not going to complain. It was only $30. Although I know $30 is $30, I'm not going to complain about it. So shout out to my man Corbin, my man my man Corbin, for hooking it up for me, bro, and letting me at least end this Switch 2 reservation pickup experience halfway decently. So this was just a quick little update, maybe give you more stuff like this instead of all tech reviews about things. And I'm not going to do an unboxing, because quite frankly I hate unboxings, but I will do some other things, like showing me getting an update on it, like playing some games on it, seeing what old Switch games play like on it, stuff like that. So expect a bunch more Switch 2 content coming in the next couple days. And without, this little story is over. L double the gamer, y'all. I'm out, yeah.